And this is really important because we have finite hours in our day. So if we emphasize on putting more hours into our work, we hit that limit quite fast. But if we concentrate on increasing the value of 1 hour, the limit how far we can go is much further away. Hey, welcome to Journey to Freedoms channel. My name is Armin and I'm inspiring people by sharing my journey of transforming my own life. And if you too would like to increase the quality of your life, the first thing you can do is to hit the subscribe button and then bell icon next to it. Then start watching my videos and of course take action. This year I have decided to take my self-development journey into completely another level, and the first step in that is my participation in Lifebook program. If this is your first time watching my Lifebook series and you would like to know more about the program and why I have joined it, you can find the link up here. Watch that video and you will get better idea what this program is. But basically during this program we are going deep into 12 different life categories in which we will find out our current beliefs about that category, our vision, so where we want to go, the purpose, why we want to go there, and also the strategy how we can get to our vision. And in this video I'm going to cover 10th category, and this is career. For the start I have to say that it is another interesting category, because there are just so many things that I would like to do, but I cannot just decide which one to pick and then go for it. Plus my current job is not that I would like to do at the moment. My current profession is a martial art coach, and I have done it exactly now 15 years, because I had my first own class in March 2005. And it all happened very suddenly, and it was completely unexpected. One day my coach at that time just quit the art we did and went to another art. But after a month or so, students of the previous art started to contact me and ask would I would like to continue teaching the art, because I was one of those advanced students and I also assist my coach in teaching a little. So we gathered a small group. It was approximately 5 to 6 people, and I started to teach. My teaching style had so many flaws and errors at that time, but as I got a pretty good experience of teaching from the army, where I went to battle school to learn leadership and also teaching. So I had already some experience how to be in front of a group. And over time my teaching skills in that art also got better and better, until I started to receive compliments that the way I teach is actually really good. So I started to realize that I'm actually pretty good at teaching, especially making difficult things easier to understand by taking those difficult things into smaller pieces and teach them step by step. And I liked when my students had hard times of understanding or applying specific ideas or techniques, because this made me dig deeper into that specific idea or concept or technique and find an alternative way of teaching it or showing it. And this improved my teaching a lot and also made my students happier. So life was good, especially when I had still my regular job. But eventually I decided to quit that job, which I had done for 8 years already, and become a professional martial art coach. And life was still good. I had so much free time, plus the salary wasn't also bad. Not that I could afford a good life, but all my important needs were fulfilled. But then life happened. I broke up with my girlfriend and I had to move out and start renting my own apartment. Before that, we were living in my girlfriend's parents' house we had our own section of the house, and we didn't have to pay for rent and anything related to that. But now when I moved to my own apartment, my expenses increased a lot, and it had huge impact on my finances. And since then I have been struggling to live even a proper life. And at that time I also understood that my martial arts coaching job can never make me financially secure, because my income was directly depending how many students I had. When I had more students, life was a little bit better, but I had constantly this worry in my mind: will I have enough students to pay the rent, buy the food, etc. So I started to look for an alternative ways how I can earn money. I have tried so many different things during this time, but as I mentioned many of them in my last video about financial life, I'm not going to talk about them in this video. So I'm going to stay in the topic of career. Anyway, after learning a lot about self-development since I started my inner journey, I eventually started to share my knowledge. And I did it first by writing articles to my blog, to freedom.eu. At first I did it as a hobby, but then I started to think how I can, is there maybe a way how I can monetize it? So about a year ago I decided to move from blogging to making videos for YouTube, because as far as I know it's easier to monetize your content in YouTube than it is in a blog. But so far the growth of my channel has been really slow. And during the last year I have also tried network marketing. At first I didn't like it at all. I don't like to sell things to people, but as the company was related to saving our planet from plastic waste, I still decided to learn more about networking, and I started to work for that company because I really liked the concept of the company and the vision it had. But, and here is another but as I'm doing so many things at the same time, I'm not getting far with that either. So on one hand I have a desire to help people by creating videos and creating content, but it takes much more time to get proper income with that. At least this is how I see it. And on the other hand I have network marketing companies where I can earn a little bit faster, but the job is not so enjoyable like creating personal development content. So here I am moving back and forth between all those, and I just cannot decide which way to go and then fully dedicate myself into it. Plus just a few weeks ago I got presented another idea, and this is start offline coaching, because a friend of mine said that there are two guys who read a book about time management, and as it was a really good book they decided to teach it during courses, and now they are doing courses based on that book only. So the idea jumped into my mind that am I worse? Do I have less knowledge? But vice versa. During that 5 years when I have dedicated myself into self-development, I believe I have learned more than at least 90% of people in the world, at least if we are talking about self-development. So definitely I have enough knowledge to start my own courses. So now this also has come into my radar, so I have even more things to choose from. And I hope you can understand why this category is a little bit hard and why I cannot get the clear picture. But as my dream is to become a successful YouTuber and life coach, I wrote my statements having this idea or this career in mind. And as the intro is already so long, I'm not going to explain my statements. I'm just going to write them. I'm just going to read them to you, and only when I feel the need I will add some explanations. And here they are. And I also have to mention that many of them have actually borrowed from other Lifebook members. But this is the purpose of Lifebook, why this was created, so people can share their own ideas with other members. But anyway, let's start with a premise. So my beliefs about this category. I have a gift of how to teach and the skill to make teachable subject easily understandable. If you can make money while doing something you truly love, you never have to work. To increase one's income, it's not about putting more hours in, it's about increasing the value of an hour. And this is really important because we have finite hours in our day. So if we emphasize on putting more hours into our work, we hit that limit quite fast. But if we concentrate on increasing the value of 1 hour, the limit how far we can go is much further away. So instead of emphasizing how much time we can put in, we should emphasize how we can increase the value of the time we are putting in. And the last one in premise, a model for a perfect career. Find what you are good at, become the best at it, and money will come to you. And let's move on to the vision. So my vision in this category. My work is a true and natural expression of my life purpose, and it brings constant joy, motivation, and fulfillment. And if you remember my life purpose, it is creating extraordinary life for myself and my close ones, and also bring as many people as I can with me by sharing my knowledge with the world. And the second statement, which is also the last one, my dream career allows me to travel and visit beautiful places. I get to decide my own schedule and I can do it from anywhere in the world. My days are always different and exciting, and I bring a lot of value to people. And let's move to the next part. So purpose, why? And there is only one statement here. To make a significant contribution to this world is to leave a real legacy. To transform people's lives, to make a difference for someone every single day is worth the effort. And now the last, strategy. The first one is not actually a strategy, it's more like a short-term challenge. And it is take 1 week and contribute and give as much as you possibly can without thinking about what you can receive in return. And I believe this can have a huge impact if you take 1 week and you fully concentrate on contribution, so you give your all during that week and you are not expecting anything in return. I bet if you do it, it will have a huge impact on your life. And now the actual strategy. Never stop learning by reading books, watching videos, participating in seminars, and by following and copying people who I look up to as my mentors. And one more, learning how to take most out of every social media platform and contribute through those platforms as much as I can. My ultimate dream is to help people to live an extraordinary life by lessening their suffering and helping them to break free from the prison of their mind, and also help them to reach their full potential by unlocking the power of their mind and showing them ways how they can achieve their dreams. If I can make a living doing that, then I have a perfect career. My job now is to turn it into reality. And the best way to do that is to become the best possible version of myself first and then pay it forward. And that's all for this category. The next category in line will be quality of life, so stay tuned for that video. Thank you for watching, and if you got some value out of this video, smash that like button of course, and if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and also bell icon next to it to be notified whenever I'm uploading new video to YouTube. So thanks again, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, peace and much love to all. Bye bye.